Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo, just for you. Let's go. Welcome to the week, Change Gang. I hope it's going to be a really good one for you, and I hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're here in the U.S., and if you're elsewhere, that you're just having a great time right now. And I know that some people are really looking forward to the holidays ahead and all the fun that it brings, and some people are really not. It's a really difficult time, or they're looking forward to it, but it brings with it a lot of overwhelm. And with overwhelm comes other things. In comes anxiety or depression in some way. And this time of year can kind of kick off some difficult feelings. Definitely the depression thing, but especially right now, anxiety. So with those two things, I just wanted to say, hey, don't let it get too bad. If you're struggling, if you're not managing it very well, please reach out. Please reach out. It can be a difficult time right now as we move into the holidays, and a time when people maybe are missing someone that's not around, or they're having struggles in their own life and they just don't want to be celebrating, and everyone around them is celebrating. So it makes them go a little bit deeper down into the difficulties. So if you're having some of the winter blues or a little bit of seasonal issues coming in, I want to just chat with you a little bit on maybe some ways to help that. And it's going to be different for everyone, absolutely everyone. But I want you to know to reach out. And let me tell you, if I am not available or cannot help you or something, I know a whole boatload of people that are there and so willing to help and so wanting to help. So you can actually go to one place and look at a lot of the people that deal with some of the deepest, kind of darkest sides of this when it moves into a little bit more than the winter blues, or a little bit more than just seasonal anxiety. And if you go to I think it's catchptsd.com. I should look that up, but I have the link in there because I'm on that website, but you can find a lot of other people on there that help with all kinds of things. And I know it says PTSD, and you might not consider yourself as having PTSD, but let me tell you that even if you have one of the things that I talked about, the anxiety or the depression or something else like overwhelm going on, all of those are under the heading, basically, of PTSD. So it's a symptom. And so you can still talk with all of these people, and they can really help you. A couple of things that you can do yourself is to figure out what really does help you feel better. That might be listening to some music, or watching some of the silly TV shows that they have on. My mom was a big Hallmark TV watcher, and she loved it. Now, if that's something that's going to make you sad and start thinking about, what you don't have, or that you don't have a perfect relationship, well, just don't do that. Do something else. Move your body physically. Do you know physical activity can really change the whole way that your body is processing everything, the whole way that your body is digesting things, and through your digestion comes some of that happy hormone, some of that balancing hormone, the serotonin that comes into play. So if your digestion isn't quite working right, then you're probably struggling with some of the hormone balance, which then moves into some of that other stuff. And you know what? Vitamin D is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And most people do not get enough vitamin D. Majority of people really don't get enough. So whether you need to do that with a supplement, or sometimes there are ways if you can get outside a little bit more and expose yourself directly in that sunlight, which is, a 50-50 thing. We want to do that safely too. And yet when you put on a lot of sunblock or you're doing those things, you're not allowing your body to absorb the vitamin D. That's why so many people really think they're doing okay being out in the sun, outside all the time, but they're not really absorbing the amounts of vitamin D that they need. So most people need vitamin D supplementation. Look for a good one and look for a decent dose that is out there. And you can always ask your doctor to check it. If you go and get blood work done or anything like that, you can always ask them to check your vitamin D levels. But in general, that's a really good way to do it. And right now, with the way that the light is changing and it's dark all the time, which definitely I struggle with. I struggle with that all the time. And I know there are a lot of other people out there that do. I'm always looking forward to spring and happy for the lighter days. And I know that once we hit mid-December, we get to start heading in that direction. So there's always hope in my mind as spring comes and brings the light back with it. But right now, find the things that you can do inside maybe that help you move your body, eat fairly well. Because right now too, we've got a lot going on and the eating maybe is not so great. Sugar's going to add anxiety. Alcohol's going to add anxiety. Not eating in a little bit of balance. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but finding some balance is going to be amazing for you to be able to feel better. So do what you can and do it from where you're at. I'm not asking you to go out and change everything about what you're doing. I'm not saying go join a gym, start doing everything. I'm saying even if it's just walking up and down your own steps in your house, if you can, or walking around your house, if that's what you can do. Get up off the couch and walk around the house. And listen to the things that are going to uplift you on a regular basis. Find a podcast that you enjoy. Get a recording. If you go back and you look at some past episodes, I've done some really fun meditations and recordings. I believe last Christmas I put one out. They're really great, and they kind of just lift you up in a way that helps your mind go, oh, okay, we're looking for good things. And when you can start directing and navigating with your mind, you move in the direction that you are supposed to be going. Because this is supposed to be a time of comfort, of being still in yourself, of letting yourself rest. And yes, still getting out and being in connection with our earth that's out there. That's again, another one of a hard one for me because I don't like necessarily going out into the cold. And where I live, it's staying cold and a lot of snow and all that. So I have to find ways to do that, even just a little bit at a time, 15, 20 minutes a day if you can, to be in the fresh air, to do something that is going to help you connect. And stay connected to the people that make a difference for you. Say hello, even if it's just a quick text or a quick hello on Facebook. Say hi. And if you're even feeling a little bit more down, I would suggest going a little further. Connecting, saying, hey, do you have a few minutes for a chat? Let's just chat. Let's talk about the one thing that we love together or that we have in common or whatever it is, and go in and talk about those things. Don't complain. Don't talk about all the things that you're struggling with. You can do that with people, but don't do that all the time because it's a reinforcement. Sometimes we need to let it out. We need to let go of what's inside and to be speaking the things that are out there. But when you're continuously complaining and finding the bad things in your life and repeating it over and over and over from one person to the next, you're reinforcing that in your life. So find something beautiful to talk about. Find something that you do love, like I love spring, like I look forward to the summer, like I'm excited for the things that are ahead, like all of those things. Do I start getting in a little bit of maybe some overwhelm even there about, I've got some things to do before that happens? Maybe. But I can back that truck up and go, it's okay. It's not here, and I love that time, and there are so many beautiful things that I love. I love getting out on the water with my family. I love the green grass that surrounds my house. I love the warmth and that I get to wear shorts. I love it all. And the more I talk about some of that, the better I feel. I don't feel sad because it's cold out and it's not here. I feel happy because I'm imagining what can be, what is there, what I have experienced, and that it's going to come around again. And sometimes we need to do that with ourselves to get our mind out of the anxiety, out of the depression. We have to think and imagine and talk and create in our mind that anchor of happiness that we all need for ourselves. We all need that little anchor that keeps us in an okay zone. And when you can't find that anchor, that's when it's really time to reach out to someone like me or someone else and say, hey, I'm not in a good way. I'm stuck in this place of fatigue or depression or overwhelm or whatever it is that you're stuck in, hopelessness, all of those things that come. When you're stuck there, things are not right. And you might need someone to help you, give you a little push, give you a little pull, help you get back moving again. That doesn't mean you won't feel like this again, ever. It just means that you won't be stuck in it. And you're not meant to be stuck in any emotion, ever. So if you are, please, please, please reach out. And make sure that you're doing for yourself right now. It's a lot of doing for others, but there's a balance. We have to do for ourselves and others. And sometimes people struggle with that. I feel good when I'm doing for others. You know what? I do too. Absolutely love it. I love to be doing for others. And sometimes I feel guilty about doing for myself. About just having a day of not having to do for anyone else. And doing whatever I want. However lazy that might be, however unproductive that might be. Whatever it is. And I have to take myself out of that little guilt phase and go, you know what? It's okay. You don't have to be doing anything. Yeah, there's probably something to be done, but you're allowed. And I talk to myself and remind myself, I'm allowed. Now, if I did that all week, I would have to have another talk with myself about getting up and on with it, about not staying stuck, about being in movement, in flow, so that the things that I want to flow to me can come. If you're just stagnant, not doing anything, your flow is not going to be bringing things to you because you're not allowing it. And if you're putting everything out into the world and not allowing yourself to receive, that's not flow. And we're meant to be in flow. So, just saying. Just letting you know. So there you are. I hope that if you're struggling with anything, that you reach out. And that this reminds you to do some of those little check-ins. To move your body a little bit. To get a little social if you can. Maybe a little more. Say hello. Reach out. Eat a few things that are really good for your body. Check in on your vitamin D. And enjoy some things, some memories, some thoughts, some dreams, so that you have that anchor in your life. And as always, if I can help, I'm here. And I hope, my friends, that you are here with me, same time next week. And I hope you have a great one. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.